we're expecting one more, Ms. Stafford, she's running a few minutes late. I'll call this meeting to order and open the meeting, and we'll start this meeting with invocation.
Sorry. Dear Father, thank you for this time to do your business, Lord. We pray that you help each and every one of us to have our wisdom, love of God, what we are capable of, Lord, and help us to serve the community with your light in our heart to help each other, help our community, and do the best we can. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen.
We'll all stand and pledge allegiance, please. Flag is back to frame. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. Thank you. And be seated. Roll call, please. Determine quorum. So, Mark White will not be in. I'll just tell it to you. Mark White won't be in. He's already notified us. And Ms. Stafford is on her way. With that, we do have quorum at this time. So if we could go ahead and get started. Your agenda has a new line on there that you haven't seen, but it's amendments to the agenda. That way, we're doing our best to confirm that you get the agenda as soon as possible, but in the event that something did pop up, we can still make a change. Does anyone have any amendments to this agenda?
One thing was not bank.
Okay, right. Okay. We'll notify Ms. Stafford when she gets here. Does anyone have anything else? Not, we'll just move straight on to our approval for our 2023 meeting minutes. They were in the packet. Move to approve. First and a second on the floor. First by Ms. Harper, second by Mayor McCall. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Our next order of business is the approval for our 2023 June financial reports. Those are also in your packets. Did those have any changes from those? Did they have any changes?
Y'all receive.
Good evening. We're just getting started. We're on the financial reports. And there was something added to the agenda and we've not gone over it yet. We're gonna go over it. Tommy, is there anything on the financial report that needs to be altered based on anything else we're doing on the agenda?
I know, man, it's right. It's every what's our routine,
Okay. We have a motion on the floor to approve by Ms. Harper. Mr. Gregory has second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next order of business is our water loss report for June 2023.
We got today, we missed on the main updated. And price maybe was about 46% this month of 35. I think we found one of the pumps, automatic pump controls was not there regularly. It was running all the time, shutting down, called some of them more water. It wasn't on the phone anymore, it was just constantly running. I don't see how that basically, that's the only thing we could figure out was causing some of that. And the heat, we've been running some of the heat. And then this June was 35.5%. And both pretty close to what it was last year.
I think it was a little better than maybe, I was thinking it might be a little better than it was last year, so,
Yeah, a little bit better. Then next month I'll have the report I have to have for comptroller. Y'all will be able to see that next month. The water audit report goes to comptroller.
thank you. Next order of business is our engineering report from Evan White with Mid-10 Engineering.
They are payments, which are one. On the bank. And about the parking on the way to back. You got it on there. They usually comes from you next, the contract. But as far as I know. I haven't come back with any more questions. The tank, they're gonna check some grade tomorrow. So we got the tank side all the way excavated, it's rolled up to it. Cron, both being here, all this first is there, go, start that. They have some grade. After that, we'll be stone and then be ready to build the foundations. They're doing 140.
I was just gonna say, I thought I saw an email about the
Oh, yeah.
41.
Yeah, those more information. That bridge is going to be half, well, not half. Part of that bridge is going to be a steel beam system. And part of it's going to be concrete, precast concrete things. So it's. We're going to control. I'll be able to all of them and also they're wanting to put in stuff for expansion because they expect that bridge to expand 12, 5, so 9 inches. So we got to have the water line in 9 inches. So that's it. Real bridge. It's just fabulous at the bridge.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. White? Discussion. Next order of business is our general manager report. Should probably get from.
Yeah, it is all on the bridge, you know, we all wanted to do at one point. When I was there. And it got reduced down to 1.105. A little bit change in the numbers. We also took out the water line, except for just what's going in the bridge, because, if the bids came in, and the bids are $2 million over, we had to pay it. And I didn't want to put the utility, we talked to the chair about it. We didn't put you in that kind of stress, had to come up there, you have to pay it, because once you sign the contract, you'd be required to pay it. But we just let the bridge part, and we can go back to, once we get all of some of those 219 funds, we can make part of that line at that time. For you to sign bonds to do it, or some other funds we got done. But I didn't want to put the utility bond in your bank account down more than you wanted to.
But you're still putting in castings down, so it's gonna get
The water line going in the bridge.
the line go in the bridge.
Pick up, we can do it on both sides and run it each. We just couldn't control that cost, and EDOT wouldn't kind of work with us on they're changing their bids, whether they do their bids, they would do that. We could do a deduct, if they don't do that, they either accept them or they don't, they don't do deduct, so we couldn't get that worked out, and save us time to just do that part right now, and we can make do the rest. But we can't control that cost, it's not a good idea. Then we put the utility in a stressful situation.
In other words, contractor bid performance.
Mhm. And that contract would have bound, and that contract would have bound us to whatever his price was gonna be, and this was the state, or the state, the state company.
We signed that contract, we would have to pay whatever it was. It's 2 million, 3 million, is what, I'm not-
So this is the one way that was seen to control the cost as much as possible.
They left it all in their hands, we had no decision.
It's gonna cost you 1.5, I'll say.
Yeah,
If you board the river.
yeah, about 1.6 million, just all over it. That ain't all our money, it's, you know.
Because you take advantage, there's certain things you have to move. Prior to building this road, and it has nothing to do with that. We're moving on. It's only getting across the bridge. They're like, well, it's gotta be done, though. This is an option.
It was an optional project.
Right.
They was trying to lay in there and work in 3 locations.
Well, they didn't even have it in their initial scope of work. It wasn't until it was brought to their attention that it wasn't even in the project.
They had a hard time getting that in their head.
They're not very great.
You know, nice town. They're good, yeah. But that's there, we go on questions that we. Then this, we got the bad debt write-off is next thing years ago. It's about $16,450 this year. And we caught that earlier before the meeting we started. This we're going to go on, Zoom with us next month and talk about it, their services. Really big bad debt rate. And then between here and there, I'll try to get it, this director up here, see who they use.
It's less than it was last year, as far as I remember.
That's what I was thinking.
It's less than it was last
And we've been collecting so much, get them, and we actually sent out some letters this time, when we need your active customers. That all they have to give them 30-day notice to take care of it, or it'll be going on your water bill currently. And we did it.
Okay, good. That's great. Thank you so much. The numbers show that y'all done that. It's a big difference. Anyone have any more questions or anything for the bad debt? So we'll hear, be eager to hear from the gentleman that you sought out next month and what anyone might have.
On this, we passed that with or signed an agreement with our attorney. They did not decide to pursue that, and because our levels were half what the EPA come up with. But I did discuss with Mike Wall, our attorney. He asked him about, I know how EPA is, they can change those numbers, those numbers change, we possibly could get some kind of reimbursement, but, and I talked to that attorney with a lot of here. And that's good to get, the NRFA, they support this. He recommended we sign up on it, because if those numbers change, we might be eligible for something that they did remote, so it's part of the bid down. And I'm sure it helps them to have numbers of utilities in their lawsuit list, but it's not, Mike Wall actually, our attorney, looked at this before he even proposed them doing it, and he's gonna review this contract before, and it's fine. But I'd like to see if y'all be willing to look at it, just to get our name in the hat and say, we have it on the record that we were part of that lawsuit. I don't think it hurt at all to do that. And, I did talk to Mike Wall today, just to be sure that there's no conflict between what we signed with his deal, and it's serious enough. Which it's something we can do without any conflict with what we do. But they decided not to pursue it. There's some information in this document I have to fill out that I didn't get that done with y'all. Get that done tomorrow.
I apologize, I need to back up. I did not get you any movement on the bad debt write-off list. So I do need to see if I can get some movement from the board on writing off the bad debt so that we can write this debt of $16,000. And so 1599, 139. I have a question. Yep, go ahead.
Move to approve the write-off of 15,901 bad debt.
In approval of the write-off, will we still be actively collecting the bad debt
Yes,
in that
ma'am.
process?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I second it.
I have a first and a second. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
That total of 16,450. There's two reports that have been.
So that number again, please.
16,415.
Thank you.
There's two pages, so I have to.
I have a first from Ms. Harper and I have a second from Ms. Stafford. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We can go back to the people, the NRWA PFAS lawsuit. Have any movement from this board on joining that one? What's the? And the next one, the NRW PFAS lawsuit. The one that Tommy was telling us about, that the Parsonsville Water Sewer Utility District's PFAS number was half of what the EPA's number is. But we still need to stay in communication and going along with this in the event that the EPA also changes those numbers and a whole lot more.
It's happened in the past, there were changes to the, we may very well meet that limit to change it. These folks actually, everything just sign up with them, just in case they don't come about it, they do change. The National Rural Water Association, NACSA, the one promoting it, it's a big organization in the United States, probably United States.
I make a motion on the lawsuit.
First, Ms. Harper, I have a second, from Ms. Charles. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Carmel, says, I think my kids out of town and I couldn't get on the, some of the things just in case he got up, but, he won't be back into the 70s, so we'll get him the next month again.
So moved.
Added, y'all get added, it's still, the maturity date was on the 86, on the, $5,999 at the bank. And we probably wouldn't, we had to move a meeting, to put it off, I think, that we could maturity date. But we got some rates we gotta look at, I think they give one bank with a little more rate, but they give a 10-month rate, this 90 years, 5.1 for 10 months, and Wilson gave a 5.01% for 13 months. They did some varying differences here, but if we need to go back and do some different, we will, but it's the best we can do today.
So it would mature on our regular scheduled meeting. That would be putting it really close. So
They just,
I think it,
before, yes.
oh, the 6th, I was thinking 8/8. So,
I don't know if there's any wiggle room there, they might, I wouldn't think so. Either you can move your date, move another one, we'll put it on next month's agenda, or.
So we have we have a rate offer where it currently is at 5.1, and then 5.01 for 13 months with Wilson Bank and Trust. Any discussion? Or movement?
I think we leave it where it is. And it is.
Is that a motion I hear? If I could have formal movement for the CD renewal that was about to mature.
It's the one at First National Bank, correct?
You see?
I make a motion that we leave the current CD as is.
The first from the staffer. Second by Mayor McCall. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Anything else? Mr.
There's something that happens, that's what you got. Was well, our numbers, but Wilton County Water and Sewer Authority, the gentleman, the leader, talking to me, like we. He's going to look at, he's filing for some ARP money and competitive to connect his line to us over there. He wants to try to get more access to water on the Wilson County side. And there's 3 different roads over where they could, the best ones on 141, biggest water line they could do to. And I told him that the tank project plus some other water line that they were doing is gonna beef up that flow over there anyway. So we might be able to still more water there.
They purchase all their water, don't they? I was thinking they purchase all their
They
water.
don't have any treatment. They
That's
just
what I
buy
thought.
all the water to somebody else. So, and me and they have been discussing before we come in here. Cascade Springs is interested in beefing our water line, and this we might get off of that same regional money to try to do that. By August 8th, we have to have it even. And I would 15%, and we have a 15% match on whatever it's gonna be. We put that in the project we was going to do for the 219 one, but it got, we didn't get approved right now. But it was about, y'all already did $5 million to do it. It's the same project technically, but if y'all want to try to get that ARPA competitive money, try to do that, we may not. But we get some money, that money goes somewhere else, do something else, other roads, or county, whatever. Money we get to do the other part, the other ones, do not income. Once we get full from sometime. That's just a thought, that's just a conversation we've had. He's trying to use that same ARPA competitive to help him out. We might do that with a neighbor, if they're willing to give us better support, then maybe that's something we might do. Board would like to look into. But we have to have, obviously, to have it in.
That is the next meeting date. Is the 8th. So,
But you don't have to act, right? So
You don't have to ask, we're just letting you know that's something we thought about. If that's all right, y'all look at that, it's probably just the file for it.
because
He's already got it in here.
we'd already approved to go for it with the other funds, so.
next. 25%. Get a better match than they are.
You gotta say, I think got a better match on 15% versus 25. On that one, I basically it's the utility district out there, if they want help, but we will help them if they want it, if they're gonna support it. They put out a letter to support, we may need that from them to move ahead with it. But I know conversations I've had or heard, they're not very happy with their rate of gallons. And they probably have a lot of water. And they buy them from everybody, they don't have them treated, it's expensive for them. When you buy all your water loss is very important to keep up with. We treat it, we save money doing that. If you're buying, your whole water source and qualities, you got to them your water loss definitely keep your cost down. Yeah. So, feel. Probably get it now, I'm thinking about it.
Thank you for looking into it. Any comments? I think we could probably use them, have any help we could get. For that is, ARP is gonna be the federal, for them to be.
People call it, say there's, I say they're interested in it, they want to give us their support, and we might. But like I say, we've already done the homework for the design, the budget for that project's already ready. We submitted it to 219, those 219 funds that get approved. So it's already something we've already worked. It's ready to go for us. Thank you. If they're interested, then we might move ahead.
Look forward to finding out what you're saying.
That's all I have.
Anyone have any questions for the manager's report? Next order of business is public comment. There's not any extra public in the room, and any board member comments? We do use time, someone found all this and pass it around.
One guy here.
One copy will do.
Yeah, one copy.
Thank you. There are not any more comments. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to approve.
Motion second. On favor, aye.
Aye.
Have a good evening. Thank you.